What's happening, everyone? Welcome back. XRP is looking like one of the strongest charts in the entire crypto market right now. I've been watching it closely, and what I'm seeing reminds me a lot of what happens before massive recoveries. But before we dive in, I personally use BITUNIX, which is my go-to exchange for trading volatility. You can open an account with just an email and trade instantly. The link's below if you want to check it out. Let's get into it now. The whole market took a hit recently, as you probably know it, but when you zoom out on XRP's chart, the pattern looks very familiar and bullish. Every time we've seen a deep sell-off like this, whether it was during the SEC lawsuit in late 2020 or the pandemic crash in 2020, XRP followed it up with a huge rally. But back then, the price dropped over 60% and then exploded more than 1000% the following year. If you fast forward to now, the drop we just saw was around 55%, which puts XRP right around that same setup we've seen before each major breakout. If we even half the move from those previous runs, we're looking at potential targets in the double digits, around $10 to $14. This isn't just a random guess either. Veteran trader Brandt called XRP's long-term setup one of the cleanest bullish structures he's ever seen. He pointed out a multi-year consolidation that looks almost identical to what we saw before, the last all-time high, and even analysts like Credible Crypto agree, saying XRP's higher time frame chart is definitely setting up for double-digit prices by the end of the cycle. When experienced traders who usually stay neutral start calling something this bullish, is definitely worth paying attention to. And it's not just technicals, the fundamentals are lining up too. CME Group just launched CFTC regulated XRP options, joining Solana on the same platform, which is a big step toward institutional accessibility and ETF approval. And speaking of ETFs, Bitwise, WisdomTree, and Franklin Templeton all have pending filings for XRP spot ETFs with the SEC. Those deadlines start hitting this month and roll into November. For context, these same institutions manage billions in assets. If even a small fraction of that flows into XRP through regulated ETFs, we are talking about a completely different market dynamic. Even Cointelegraph, which isn't exactly known for being bullish on XRP, admitted that XRP may be Wall Street's dark horse. That's a huge shift in sentiment. And beyond the charts and filings, XRP's ecosystem continues to grow. Ripple's partnerships, new payment corridors, and global integrations are all expanding quietly while most people are distracted by meme coins and short-term noise. So yeah, the market just went through one of the biggest shakeouts we've seen in years. But as I said, if history is any guide, these moments often lead to the strongest rallies. And judging by both the technical setup and the catalysts ahead, XRP looks ready to make that move. So as I say, if you want to trade during these swings or build positions efficiently, I highly recommend checking out BITUNIX, which is fast, secure, and built for volatility. I will include the link in the description. And as always, this isn't financial advice, it's just my view of what's unfolding. Stay patient and stay informed, and definitely don't let the noise shake you up before the real move begins. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.